fucking bees on them.
And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime!
Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. What's good with your fam? Hey, listen, man, first off, I want to welcome everybody to the channel, and if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about tapping on that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, fam. Hey, listen, man, by now, I'm sure you all have heard that the WBC has elevated Vasyl Lomachenko to the franchise champion. Now, the social media, the boxing world, a lot of fans are in an uproar about this situation, man. A lot of people don't agree. You know, some people do agree, some people don't agree. I'm gonna give you my take on the situation. I don't agree with it. You know, I do not agree with it. Now, people are gonna say, but wait a minute, Big Face. Wait a minute, Big Face. Lomachenko, he won 2 gold medals in the Olympics. Big Face. Lomachenko, he had 400 amateur fights and lost 1 and avenged that. Big Face, Lomachenko is that dude. And I say to that, yes, you are absolutely right. Lomachenko is a 2-time Olympic gold winner. Lomachenko has a stellar, I do mean stellar, amateur career, man. But we're talking about the pros. We're talking about the professional. You know, Lomachenko has a total of 15 fights. In one of those fights, he lost to Orlando Salido in his second fight, which was a championship fight. You know, after that loss, he was given the opportunity to come back and fight for another title. You know, most of Lomachenko's fights have been title fights, which is exceptional. Yes, it is exceptional. But you got to look at the circumstances of everything. Look at the whole picture as a whole, man. Lomachenko has had his career laid out for him, you know, by his promoter. And I mean, you know, it's top ranked that Bob Arum and those guys, they get all the credit for putting their guy in those situations to be successful. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to look at it, man, from a fan's perspective. You got to look at it from, you know, from a open mind. You got to keep an open mind about it. And when you look at it, man, and you look at the other fighters, the other WBC champions, man, Lomachenko does not measure up to the other WBC champions. And when I say measure up, I'm not talking about what he has done in his boxing career. I'm talking about as far as for the WBC. Now, the WBC franchise champion, from what I understood, was a champion who displayed all type of good integrity, all type of good stuff for the WBC. Now, Lomachenko has been the WBC champion for less than 90 days. Less than 90 days. He has not held a WBC title prior to fighting Luke Campbell. Okay. Now, I've been watching boxing for decades, man. I've been around the sport of boxing. I've been knee deep in boxing, man, for decades, for a long time. And I have never, I do repeat, I have never seen a unified champion given the opportunity to fight for a vacant title. Never. Now, if you can show me somewhere different, then put it in the comment section. But I've yet to see that. I have yet to see that. This is what I'm talking about, how Lomachenko has been put in different situations that other fighters, you know, don't get, man. You know what I'm saying? That other fighters do not get. After taking a loss in his second fight, he is right back in contention for another championship title fight in his next fight. Where does this happen at? How many other fighters get these opportunities? You understand what I'm saying? Do we have fighters that are that show the skills and show the talent that Lomachenko has shown? Yes, but they're not given opportunities. Has Lomachenko done a lot in the sport of boxing in his short career? Yes. You know, he's on his third division as a champion. He's unified. Yes, I give him that. You know what I mean? But there are other champions who have done what Lomachenko has done or more, and are not given the opportunity to be franchise champion. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of favoritism in boxing. There's, you know, a lot of favoritism in the world. Sometimes, you know, I hate to bring race into this, but race plays a part in everything in the world, man. Whether you like it or not, race is a part of everything. And I do believe, you know, Lomachenko definitely has the complexion to all the connections. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said plenty of times in this video, he is an exceptional fighter. You know, but for the WBC to elevate a guy who has been their champion for less than 90 days, he has not even had one title defense. I think it's despicable, man. I think it's despicable that the WBC would do this. WBC do a lot of good things for boxing, and I do believe that, you know, they have, you know, good intentions with a lot of their, you know, with a lot that they do. But on this situation here, I do not agree. I do not agree, man. Devin Haney has been publicly, this guy right here, Devin Haney has been publicly lately putting the pressure on Lomachenko, man. He has been putting the pressure on him to fight him, man, in public. You understand what I'm saying? He wants that fight bad. You know, he was the mandatory. He was on his heels. You know, he wanted that fight, man. And Bob Arum, you know, he made the excuse, well, he's too young. He's not ready. I mean, it's not for you to say. If the kid is the mandatory, the kid wants to fight, what do you care if he's not ready? Let your fighter show the world that he's not ready then. You understand what I'm saying? And then my guy right here, man, everybody that follow my channel, y'all know that I am a huge Gervonta Tank Davis fan. Gervonta Tank Davis vacated his 130-pound title, and he moved up to 135 pounds where Lomachenko is at, man. You understand what I'm saying? Tank wants to smoke. Tank was a little green a couple years ago when Lomachenko was hollering his name. Tank, you know, he's a young kid. Maybe he wasn't, you know, fully confident that he could beat Lomachenko. He had a little bit of doubt, you know what I'm saying? He was not 100% sure of himself, man. And, you know, he's a kid. You know, he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? He was early in his career. He has not, he had not developed into a man, so to speak, man. But now, we're not talking about then. We're talking about right now. Gervonta Tank Davis, I do believe he is ready for any and all smoke between 126 and 135. I think Tank beats everybody between those weight classes, with the exception of Devin Haney. I think, you know, that matchup there would be an explosion inside the ring. I do not know who will win that fight. I know both fighters, they do have a lot of history in the Mayweather gym. They have a lot of sparring stories. You know, from what I've heard, Devin Haney got the best of Tank in a lot of those sparring stories. But you never know, man. You never know, man. That was back then. We're talking about right now. And when you have confidence, man, confidence can take you a long way, man. When you're confident in what you can do, you know, you perform better. Just look at Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder before the first Bermane-Stiverne fight, you know, Deontay Wilder, he was not as confident as he is now. You know what I'm saying? He was not as confident in his abilities. There was many questions about his chin. There was many questions. Could he go 12 rounds? And once he's seen that he can take a good shot, once he's seen that he can go 12 rounds, you know, that build a lot of confidence in Deontay Wilder, man. And every fight after that, it just you know, multiplied. And now Deontay Wilder believes in his mind that he is the baddest man on the planet, you know. And it was evident in the second Bermane-Stiverne fight. I don't care what you guys say, big face, he came in out of shape, and I don't care about none of that, man. It's all about, you know, what Deontay did. Deontay was confident. and he went in there and put them hands on Bermane Stiverne and got him up out of there. And what we have been seeing since then is total domination of every fighter, with the exception of Tyson Fury, where, you know, as we know, that was a very, very good fight, man. Tyson Fury was boxing Wilder's head off. You know, Wilder was, you know, a little over anxious trying to get the knockout, and in doing so, he fell behind in that fight. But with the 2 knockdowns, I think that he gained ground, and therefore the fight was declared a draw. But had not been for them knockdowns, I would definitely have given that fight to Tyson Fury. But I could see how the judges ruled it a draw, you know, and I'm satisfied with that decision, man. But Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, and Vasyl Lomachenko, I think those 3 guys are the #1 guys at 135. I just hope we get to see those guys in some type of round robin. I know a lot of people, they're not quite sold on Tank yet. You know, everybody wants to see him step up and fight tougher competition. Well, he's slated to fight Yuriorkis Gamboa. A lot of people think he's over the hill, but Gamboa, in my opinion, is a solid test for Tank. I think, you know, if Tank goes in here and just destroys Gamboa, you know, it will show a lot of people, you know, who were doubting Tank, that, you know, he is the real deal. And it's only a matter of time for people to know what I know, that Tank is definitely the real deal. Tank is going to be, in my opinion, on a lot of people's pound for pound list by the end of 2020. You understand what I'm saying? I know a lot of you guys may not believe it, but remember, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. All I've been doing since I started this channel is talking about how great and good I think Gervonta Tank Davis is, man. I seen it. Seeing is believing, man. He passes all of the tests of the eye, in my opinion, man. But we will see what Lomachenko does, man. You know, so I'm not sure what this means for you know, the winner of Comey Teofimo. Is Lomachenko still, do he still want that fight now that he's not the WBC champion? You know what I'm saying? He can't be undisputed, right? Because he's not the champion, he's the franchise champion. And I see a lot of people out there saying that the franchise belt is like the super belt. No, it's not like the super belt, because you cannot lose the franchise title. If Devin Haney was to beat Lomachenko and at the beginning of 2020, Devin Haney will not be the franchise champion. Lomachenko cannot lose. He can lose it, but the winner of that fight cannot win it. You understand what I'm saying? So I am disgusted at the WBC. I don't understand the moves they're making. We got so many titles in boxing in each weight class already, and now they're starting this franchise project, and it's looking crazy, man. It's looking crazy, and this is why a lot of people, you know, don't want to get into boxing, because they don't know who the champion is. They can't get into all the different belts and can't understand who's the real guy, who is the best of the best, the cream of the crop. You understand what I'm saying? So they need to get it together, man. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, don't forget to tap dance on that subscribe button, man. Also hit that bell icon so you could be notified when I'm dropping more videos. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram at Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. But in the meantime and in between time, stay blessed, fam, and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll holler back. Because the